up, you guys? It's Lexi DIY and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be cleaning out my garage, and let me tell you, this was a 2-week, maybe even 3-week, I don't even know, I've lost count at this point, process, but it needed to be done. And honestly, I just want to show you guys what it's really like living through a renovation, because we had most of our stuff in our garage for the past 6 months while we did things like paint the walls and update things without having to move a bunch of furniture around. So that's, you know, it's real life. Anyway, I hope this video gives you some motivation to maybe go ahead and clear out your space and make yourself feel just like less weighed down. But I'm gonna stop talking. Let's go ahead and just hop into the video. Yikes, you guys. This is our garage. It's really bad, and not only is it full, but things are just kind of thrown everywhere because we really just moved our storage unit into it. This is what it's like living within a renovation, because you don't necessarily want to move everything in while you're renovating the spaces. It just makes it a lot more difficult. So just about everything that we owned was in this garage, and it was a real mess, you guys. So make sure that you watch till the end, because this is like one of the most satisfying videos of all time. Update, I've closed the garage because it is so hot outside and I feel like it's cooler in the garage, so I'm just gonna keep the door closed. I am quickly overwhelmed and I don't know where to start, and there was a spider. The amount of bugs in this garage, you guys, I cannot. Basically, I started by taking most everything inside to be unpacked. I would have liked to do this in the garage, but like I just mentioned, it was so hot. I think this day it actually got up to about 95 outside, and even though it wasn't quite 95 in the garage with the doors closed, it was still really hot. And when you're like moving all this stuff around, definitely didn't want to be in there for longer than I had to. So that was my plan of attack. But quickly I got overwhelmed with trying to unpack everything in the house and get the garage done. So I kind of ended up moving things back and forth. Like if I knew that it needed to be in the garage, I would move it back and I would try to unpack it out there. But that didn't necessarily work too well for me. So I would suggest doing this not on a hot day, and unpacking in the garage, maybe pulling stuff outside of the garage, and trying to contain it so that you don't make your house a mess. What I am using here is actually a foldable dumpster from Waste Management. It's called the Bagster, and we just picked this up at Home Depot. I'm pretty sure Lowe's has them too. It was $30, and you just fill it up with all of your trash. We had a lot of the excess trash from our bathroom renovation, like all the materials that we had pulled out, because obviously you don't just like throw those away in your normal trash can. So they had been sitting in our garage for quite a while. And once that was filled up, you do have to make sure that the handles can still touch each other so that they can pick it up. And it does cost a service fee. It cost around $150 in our area, and we ended up using 2 of these. But it was definitely really great because they came quickly. But those prices vary from state to state. And also, here's Dustin giving you a ticket to the gun show. What a stud. Anyway, we pulled in, and by we I mean Dustin, pulled in the mattress, and then we pulled in the box springs. Now, you guys have to keep in mind that it was like 100 degrees outside, so we were probably going a little bit slower than I would have liked. But I was also having to figure out what to bring into the garage, because we had a lot of the renovation materials in the extra rooms in our house that really needed to come into the garage, if that makes sense. So I was having to bring stuff in and out at the same time, and it was super overwhelming, but wait till you guys see the end, because I'm really glad that we did it. Now, this corner was probably the worst. The other parts of the garage were mainly just furniture, as you'll see here in a little bit, but this was a lot of our boxes, a lot of our seasonal stuff, and definitely a lot more craft supplies than honestly I need. I have a problem, I'll admit it. But once we had everything moved out of this corner, it was really kind of smooth sailing from there. These wire shelves were so sketchy, you guys. I tried to unscrew it and it was just like rotating around in the wall, and they pulled out so easily, so yeah. But these shelves we built off camera because that takes forever, from IKEA, and they were super affordable. They're metal and really great, like high quality sturdy shelves, because we're going to be putting a bunch of our tools on that. We did take off that other one too, and then I just started bringing everything outside into the garage from our house, like all of our tools, renovation supplies, paints, things like that, and putting them and just organizing them on the shelf. Now there might be a better way to do this. I might get some crates in the future to kind of like house those tools, just so that they don't like slide around or like fall off the shelf and hurt somebody. I don't know. But yeah, and then I organized all the paint. I am aware that seasonally the garage will change temperatures and that could have issues for the paint, but frankly I just don't want to keep it inside. It's too much to keep inside, so I will have to just keep it outside and we'll see. But yep, that's what I'm doing here, just putting all of our renovation supplies, and I didn't realize how much we had, so I ended up getting more shelves. But then I pulled all of these boxes and stuff that needed to be unpacked in. I would suggest, like I said earlier, just pulling in boxes bit by bit, like maybe 1 or 2 at a time if you're in the same situation as us, going through them or going through them in the garage. That way you just don't overwhelm yourself, because I definitely did that. And we probably threw around 20 to 30 construction-sized trash bags of trash, like, away, and then we donated like over a whole car full to our local like donation center. So we really had so much stuff that frankly we just didn't need. I finally unpacked my very heavy little cabinet. I'm not really sure. I think it used to be like a TV cabinet, but anyway, and then I pushed it all by myself. Look at me go. All 90 pounds of me just pushing something that is basically my body weight. Anyway, and then I organized all of my Christmas craft supplies, which I have so many. I'm really excited for Christmas this year, so there's gonna be a lot of DIYs. Anyway, then we got onto our second bagster, and you might be like, Lexi, what are you putting in that? Oh, sneak peek for next week. I actually pulled up the carpet in my office, so I might do just a full video on that process, and then get into like actually, you know, designing the office and like putting the final touches in. So it might be in 2 parts, but I guess you'll have to wait and find out. And then I just started pulling everything out and kind of getting it down to the dumpster. I couldn't lift it because it was so heavy, and then I was sweeping up in between. I put everything in this corner when I had the trash, just because it was closest to the bagster, and you guys are about to watch me attempt to pick up this dresser. I did have to take all of the drawers out because it is super heavy even with the drawers out, so enjoy this because it's actually kind of funny. I'm about to attempt to tip this dresser up by myself, and it's probably not a good idea, but here we go. Gotta move this first. It's really heavy, so let's just nope. No, it's broken. It's breaking. Well, at least we all got a good laugh out of that, huh? But I didn't actually break it. It does come into separate parts. I actually put this dresser together all by myself while Dustin was on deployment, and I shouldn't have done that then either because it's way too heavy for me. But after I was done with that, I just took all of the drawers inside to clear some more space in the garage, and it's actually starting to look like a garage now, like with some space, like maybe we could pull the cars in. And I pulled all of these cushions inside. I did end up getting rid of this couch, but I wanted to clean the cushions before because I wanted whoever took it to have a clean couch. So then I decided, well, Dustin isn't home from work yet, but I want this couch gone. So I pushed it down to the corner, which was very difficult. Like, note to self, Lexi, please, your arms are begging you, stop lifting things that are basically your body weight because your arms are broken and you can't do it. But I mean, I did do it, but now my body is screaming at me. It's totally fine though. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. The last piece though, that was easy. And then after the cushions were dry, I just put it up on Facebook Marketplace for free, and somebody came and picked it up within like an hour. So love that for me. And then I was deciding what was going to go inside, what was going to stay, and I did end up kind of like saying, oh, I'm gonna sell this, I'm gonna put this in the shed, and yeah. I'm going to build some more of those shelves from IKEA, just a deeper version of it. It's the same exact drawer shelf, I think is how you say it. So once I'm done building those shelves, I will come back and we will finish kind of reorganizing for today. Okay, I lied. I'm gonna attempt to move that stuff with everything still on it so that my other shelves fit back there. I definitely forgot to turn the camera on, but obviously I moved them. Not really sure how this video is gonna be. I'm sorry if it's chaotic, that's my life right now. I am essentially gonna put all the excess building material that I have over here in this little corner, and then I'm going to build those 2 IKEA shelves, and then I'll be back. And then we'll put stuff on the IKEA shelves. And then I might pass out. Okay, bye. Highly recommend not waiting until the hottest day of the year to clean out your garage. Make sure you stay hydrated, my friends, but I hope that this video does give you some motivation to clean out your garage or whatever space you're feeling like is weighing you down, because I promise it is so worth it. I feel so much better, and I feel like projects from here on out are going to be a lot easier because we can actually see where our materials and tools are, which is super helpful. So I ended up putting all of the tiles, which my parents brought me. They found some of those tiles that I put in my laundry room, in my kitchen, even though they're out of stock. They actually found some where they live in South Carolina, and they were nice enough to buy them for me and bring them to me in case I needed more, and I actually do, so I'm really thankful for them. That was very nice of them. And then anyway, I just started to put stuff on these shelves. Now, these boxes, I did actually end up moving them. I was kind of playing Tetris with everything to see how I could fit it best and like use the space the best. So you'll see right now, this is definitely not the best use of space. And then I kind of figure out, okay, I can put something here, but definitely using that vertical height and getting these shelves was such a space saver. So I highly, highly recommend it. I also recommend getting some clear storage containers, labeling them if you can. I haven't labeled them yet, but I'm definitely going to, but so that you can see what's in them, because sometimes if you get ones that you can't see through, you kind of like forget that you have it, like this one. But I know that's my Christmas stuff, so if it's more seasonal stuff like that, then you can kind of get away with it if you label it. But really, I'm using all of this space to my ceiling to make sure that I can, you know, fit everything. And again, using those clear bins, and most of these I already had from moving or just prior, you know, organization stuff. So having stuff separated out is definitely really helpful, and I highly recommend that. Now, I did have a bunch of also decor stuff because I like to do room makeovers, and also not all the rooms in our house are finished. So I actually have some more stuff that I'm gonna have to be like bringing back out here from another room, but that's for another day. And then this whole corner was messed up, and my camera, like, for some reason did not, like, I pressed record and it didn't record it, but anyway, I cleaned that out, and I kind of, like, made that a new little space, again, using all of the space to the ceiling, and at this point, I was kind of burnt out, so I didn't really go through that box. I just threw it up there, but you know what? Listen. I did a great job. Now this stuff I ended up moving to the shed, and we do keep our TV boxes, which I know might be weird, but in the Navy you move a lot, and it's just easier and cheaper if you keep the box that your TV came in, and it's safer because we've had our TV broken by moving people, so we take all precautions now. And then I just brought all of this stuff inside, and oh my gosh, you guys, it's looking so much better already. And we're actually gonna end up selling this air compressor because I got an airless, like not an airless, I keep saying airless. I got an air nailer that doesn't require the compressor, so like I don't really use it. And then me and Dustin took in our black couch that we are keeping, and we just brought it inside. And then once I got it inside, I like fully deep cleaned it with my Bissell like little green, and yeah. This IKEA dresser is the heaviest thing on planet Earth, and I would not recommend. I'm strong as heck. Also, yeah, look at me being so strong there. But this one, this side of it was a little bit lighter. I'm happy that all of the heavy stuff is in the house, but here is the befores and afters. If you made it all the way to the end of this video. It was definitely super satisfying to clean the garage out, and I'm really excited that we can park both of our cars in it now, so when it's a rainy day like today or cold or anything like that, we can go through the garage and not have to face the weather. So anyway, if you guys liked today's video, make sure that you hit that like button and that you are subscribed and you ring the bell notification so that you never miss when I upload next. Also, if you have them, make sure you're following me on all my other social medias. They'll be linked here on the screen and in the description box below. Make sure that you guys stay tuned for next week's video because we're going to be doing my office transformation, which I'm actually sitting in right now, a little sneak peek. So I will see you guys then. Bye!